All right, guys, happy Thursday. I hope you enjoyed your day off from social studies yesterday, but now we're back to it so we can wrap this week up. We're going to be talking about Woodrow Wilson and his 14 points today. Remember, Woodrow Wilson is the president who actually declared war on Germany after they refused to stop firing and attacking American ships. So, all presidents, as we know, have important responsibilities, but very few are more critical and important than those that are faced by presidents when we're in a time of war. And you can kind of imagine why. Woodrow Wilson was elected in 1912, and remember, World War I began in 1914. This is a picture of Woodrow Wilson. He tried to keep the United States out of it. Remember, I told you that the United States didn't want anything to do with the war. They were just trying to help Great Britain and Germany end the conflict. But remember, Great Britain was allied and Germany was Central Powers. So he was trying to help them end that conflict kind of as a middle person. But remember, when Germany began sinking and attacking American ships, he asked Congress to declare war on Germany. And that is how we ended up joining the Allied powers. While the U.S. was fighting, however, President Woodrow Wilson addressed Congress on January 18th, 1918. So that was last Monday and 103 years ago. So still pretty recent history. I know that sounds like that's not very recent, but in terms of history, 103 years ago is not that long. So his 14 points that his plan for peace, it described his ideals for achieving world peace and democracy, which who doesn't want world peace and democracy, right? So the 14 points included free trade, freedom of the seas, and returning territories that were taken in war. So for example, if another country claimed another territory that belonged to someone else during war, they would have to return those after the war was over. Wilson also wanted to establish a League of Nations to protect the independence of great and small states or nations alike. His 14 points did face opposition or kind of a little bit of pushback from people, but it was used actually as a basis for the German surrender at the end of the war. Here is a list of all 14 points: open diplomacy, freedom of the seas, removal of economic barriers, reduction of armaments, adjustment of colonial claims, conquered territories in Russia, preservation of Belgian sovereignty, restoration of French territory, redrawing of Italian frontiers, division of Austria-Hungary, redrawing of Balkan boundaries, limitations on Turkey, establishment of an independent Poland, and creation of an association of nations. So as you can see, a lot of things were going on over in Europe that he felt like needed to be addressed to kind of create a sense of world peace. The armistice took effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day on the 11th month in 1918. So remember, the armistice is the agreement that was signed to end the fighting. So it was signed at 11 o'clock on November 11th, so 11/11/11 in 1918. Woodrow Wilson was eventually awarded the 1919 Nobel Peace Prize thanks to his clarity of expression. All righty, guys, that is it. That wraps up this whole week. We are done with week 19. You have an assignment today, you'll have your test tomorrow, and then you get to enjoy your weekend. So have a great weekend, guys. And when we come back on Monday, it's going to be February. All right, guys, have a great day.